And welcome back for more Mass Effect, and as you might notice, I'm again behind this door, and it turns out that it was a glitch that can sometimes happen in this game, which I'm not really looking forward to because I barely won that previous fight. But let's hope I learned something from it and that I will be doing better this time around. Try to hide behind the corner. Around the corner. Oop. Oh god damn it. I'm taking very heavy damage right here. Oof. This is exactly why I didn't want to do this again. Up. Almost freaking dead here. Oh god damn it. Oh, the Juggernaut is dead. Oh, and I get hit by a sniper. But yeah, this is exactly why I didn't want to do this again. Oh god. I get this feeling that I will be spending here a long time. Take our shields up. I want to get that Juggernaut down though. And there we go. That guy down. Yeah. That's how we deal it. Thank God for sniper rifles.
Commander, you need to set the nuke and get out. We can't hold. Left flank, suppressing fire, suppressing.
Now it works. And who do we have here? Damn it, this is loud.
I applaud you, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. An impressive diversion. Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
Sovereign and its kind destroyed the Protheans. What else is there to understand?
You've seen the vision from the beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. Trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? Is submission not preferable to extinction?
Do you really believe the Reapers will let us live?
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives can be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign. Though I was aware of the dangers, I had hoped this facility could protect me.
You're afraid Sovereign is influencing you. You're afraid he's controlling your thoughts.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Sovereign's manipulating you and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit, I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
Don't you see? You are just a tool. Sovereign is using you. In the end, you'll be tossed aside with all the rest.
Do you think you can sway me, Shepard? Do you think I haven't already thought of this? Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
I'm not like you. I'd rather die fighting than live as a slave.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
Oh well, here we go.
Charging up.
Up. Oh. Damn it, stop hiding behind the cover. Ooh. Can't even see his health if I'm even doing any damage here. Rex is down. Yes, I'm doing plenty of damage here. Oh.
I can't believe Kaidan didn't make it. How could we just leave him down there?
We had to leave him behind. Saren has to be stopped at any cost.
It should have been me, Commander. You know that.
Chief Williams, I am your commanding officer. I did what I had to do. Do not question my orders.
I'm sorry, Commander. You saved my life. I'm grateful for that. But it should have been me. Alenko was a superior officer. I would have gladly stayed behind.
Get it together, soldier! Kaidan's blood is on Saren's hands, and when we find that son of a bitch, I'll make him pay.
Yes, sir. We'll get it done.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces together.
You want to join our minds again, don't you? Okay, go ahead.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. incredible. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos!
I've never heard that name before.
I am not surprised. Ilos is in a region of space accessible only through the Mu Relay, but the Mu Relay was lost thousands of years ago. Nobody knows where it is.
If nobody's ever been there, how did you recognize Ilos from my visions?
I recognize some of the landmarks from the photos and vids I'd seen during my research. I know of Ilos. I just do not know where it is.
How do you lose a mass relay?
Its original coordinates would place it deep inside the Terminus systems. Unfortunately, a star in one of those nearby systems went nova roughly 4,000 years ago. The shockwave sent the relay trillions of kilometers off course. Then the dust and the radiation from the exploding star engulfed that entire region in a dense nebula cloud. Finding any object in space is difficult. Finding the Mu Relay inside a nebula cloud is virtually impossible. It would take decades.
Are you saying it's hopeless?
I am afraid so. Unless you somehow find the coordinates for the Mu Relay, then it would be possible to... Oh... I am sorry. The joining is... exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Vermar was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, Ascension machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
Sovereign's a Reaper. Saren admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel. He probably saw your earlier reports, the ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information to throw you off balance. Our own intelligence has never turned up any corroborating information.
I tried to warn you about Saren. You didn't believe me then, and look how that turned out.
I believe you humans have a saying. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take something I say on faith, Counselor.
Try to see this from our perspective, Commander. Saren is a threat we can recognize. However, as far as we know, the Reapers only exist in your visions.
Our decisions affect trillions of lives. We cannot act on the accusations of a single person, even a Spectre. Not without solid evidence.
The Council cannot take any official action here. That is why we created the Spectres. You have the authority to act as you see fit.
If you truly believe Sovereign is the real threat, you must take whatever steps are necessary to stop it. And Saren.
Good luck, Commander. From all of us.
Now, let's see. I'm actually thinking that I should have done this part a little bit later on, and I should have gone to the different planet first. But the story actually never tells you in which order you are supposed to do things, so should be fine. As for now, I was thinking that I should be talking to my crew members again. In fact, I think I will be doing that, so for anyone who's not really interested in talking to crew members and so on, you can just skip ahead on the next episode. And for now, I will just spend my time here talking to my crew and maybe setting up some equipment and so on. So for those who want to see some action, see you on the next episode. For the rest of you, let's start meeting our crew again.
Commander, I know it couldn't have been easy for you down there. Making the call between Alenko and Williams must have been... I'm sorry, ma'am. I just don't know if I could have done it.
Yeah, there is no right choice for something like that. I just hope I never have to go through it again.
No, I'm not blaming you, Commander. I'm just... I mean, it's hard, you know?
Saren's still out there, Joker. Hold it together. We need you.
Don't worry, I won't let you down. I want to be there when you make that son of a bitch pay.
Yes. Anything else,
I'll be
Joker?
okay, Commander. Just need some time.
Okay. Let's go meet the other people as well. This... some of these people look vaguely familiar to me, but might be just my thinking.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing on him. I think I should go talk to Williams. It's funny, I'm addressing her to her with her surname as well. Actually, I think she's actually downstairs. Is there anyone out here? Not that I can see.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted, but humanity...
How did you...
But humanity needs the
I should go.
Alliance. Goodbye, Commander.
Nothing important there. Should I talk to Liara? Yeah.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
No!
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Yeah.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
This is the exactly same as the previous time, so no point in doing that. Unless you of course want to engage on Liara's path in the romantic option. But for now, let's go downstairs, talk to people there. At least I'm interested to hear what Rex has to say about this whole genocide. Especially since I pretty much doomed them again. Oh yeah, I do have these people on board now.
It was an honor working with you, Commander Shepard. Despite the losses, our mission was a success. Lieutenant Alenko's actions will not go unnoticed. His sacrifice has earned humanity a great deal of respect from my people.
You knew what the risks were.
Of course. The grim reality that every soldier must accept. Rest assured, Commander, my men and I will not forget what you have accomplished here. We will leave your ship as soon as you reach your next destination. Perhaps we will have the opportunity to work together again someday.
You have my gratitude, Commander. Most people would have left our team behind. The captain considers the mission a success. I defer to his judgment.
Let me see what you have.
I don't think I actually... Yes, I do have some new licenses. Also, there is a better sniper rifle. It is slightly better. I cannot use any biotic amps, so that's kinda pointless for me. And I don't think that's actually so good neither. As for this armor, no, it's kinda worse, I'd say. Yeah, it has way less damage reduction and shield, so yeah, it is better with tech slash biotic, but I kinda want to see if there is better sniper rifles anywhere else. If not, I think I will be buying that one.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
Yes.
You bet, Commander.
No. There's only this one. And it's worse. Yeah. Actually, there's the price. And there you can see that these are actually limited or rare items, so these are better than your average items that you are getting. think I do have actually quite similar shotgun by now. Oh, that's a really nice one. Yes, definitely want that one. More Medicel to be used. Although I don't really use them all that much, but still, it's good to have. These items aren't actually the best out there. I should go to Citadel soon and see what kind of items I can buy from there, but for now...
people on Vermeer. I hope it was worth it.
Let me see what you have.
But for now I shall take the sniper rifle. It's 80,000 gold. It's quite expensive in a sense, but... Go. Huh. I think I will be setting those gears just off screen, since it takes quite a while to go through all of these items. But for now, let's talk to Rex.
Commander, things got heated back on Vermeer. You did what you had to do. I respect your choice.
I appreciate what you did, Rex. I won't forget it.
Just make sure it was worth it. Saren has to pay for what he's done.
No matter what it takes, I'm gonna hunt him down and kill him.
I like the sound of that.
Yes.
So long, Rex.
And I actually noticed that I kinda accidentally took Tali on my last fight there. It might have been actually easier with Liara, since she can pull the targets and so on, and she can throw around the gets, which makes things much easier. But for now, let's
Commander?
see.
About Lieutenant Alenko, how are you holding up?
Can't say I'm better. Sorry for anything I said back there. I don't want any deaths on my hands, and it's my fault.
Every one of us is expendable if it accomplishes the mission. Alenko, you, me.
I know. If we hadn't gotten pinned down, you would have been there to help him. If you don't mind my asking, how did you deal with the losses on Torfin?
It was my job to get everyone out safe. I failed. I vowed not to let that happen again. Same here. I'll remember him, and I'll do better for him.
Yeah. I guess that's all we can do. Thanks for the advice, Commander.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Kaidan in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
That could have been actually better if I did find this part before Kaidan died. But yeah, it kinda tells you why it's such a big deal for Ashley to actually lose Kaidan.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
Oh god, that sounds so sarcastic, but yeah, let's go with this for now.
From wherever we go after death.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
And this is pretty much the way I would deal with anyone else who wants to believe. And as background information, I am an atheist myself, but I do have this way of seeing things that people can believe in whatever they want to believe in. It's not my business, and as long as they don't want to push it on my face, I won't be judging them at all. So
your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
I appreciate that, Skipper. I should double check my gear before we move out. Those Krogan aren't gonna kill themselves.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
Yes, that was interesting. Very interesting discussion, but yeah, as I said, religion is one of those things that you shouldn't be pushing too hard on other people, since for others it helps them to get through their lives and so on, and it helps them stay on the positive side, to say at least, but it also does create a lot of differences between people, so it's kind of harsh for when people take religions way too seriously and start pushing it on others, and that's when it creates problems. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about religion, so let's just focus on this game instead.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Yes, that is true. You just can't live by the rules of common society, you know, when you are trying to take down something like this. Someone who does go on his own ways. But now let's talk for Tali as well.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
That's kind of sad, actually, because I do like Tali. I do wish that she will stay together with Shepard and stay a part of the crew. I get actually codex entry from here, some free experience as well. But yeah, as for now, I think I will be actually, before I do anything, I shall just go to check out the upstairs, check out if there is any new messages for me once I try to leave on other planets, since I will be doing quite a lot of traveling to previous places off screen and so on, and I will be getting some boxes opened and that kind of stuff that I have left behind, if I can still remember where they all are. But yeah, let's see. Yep, nothing here. So once we continue, most likely we will be going to the next place where we are supposed to go out here in either Noveria or Feros. So until then.